And at this time, I was on Zynga, and Zynga was the coolest thing, and I was part of this internet family. It was before YouTube even was popular. It was at my time, people did web design and did websites and vlogged, and it was crazy. It was a crazy time. So I decided that that was my outlet to come out to folks. Come out to folks through the internet, and little by little, I did that. But with that came haters, like, you're a fucking gay guy, all that stuff. And just actually backtrack. So this is where I actually got my first boyfriend, through the internet. Yeah, it's kind of. But this guy lived around in my area, you know. He lived in San Francisco, and at the time I lived in the South Bay. And so he had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend, and he was dealing with some stuff with that. And I decided to test my ability to see if he was really straight. For some reason, I had this feeling that he wasn't straight, so I decided to IM him, and we started talking, and he tells me, like, I would dump my girlfriend. I was like, whoa, for real? And it was, from then on, it was just like, okay, this is for real. So, he was my first kiss, and I was like, wow. And he was my first other stuff. And but there's something inside of me that was like, okay, I can't just invest my time in you. Like, I need to expand my horizon to other people. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't feeling him anymore. I know it's kind of shady, but that's what I was feeling. So I ended up breaking up with him. And so I ended up breaking up with him, but breaking up with him was easy. The hardest part was what happened after the breakup. Now this guy sacrificed everything for me, like my girlfriend was, and he even came down here when came down to the South Bay to see me, and then I break up with him. That's kind of harsh for a person to do, and hard for a person, especially when they had a relationship with a girl. So this guy was heartbroken. And he was heartbroken to the point where he would, like, call me, and at this time cell phones weren't in, it was landline. He would call me, and my mom would be like, what are these calls from San Francisco? Who do you know from San Francisco? And I'd be like, no, I don't know about you from San Francisco. No, I don't know about you. But yeah, he'd call, and after that, I think I just stopped calling him, and then I left my aim on, and I went to the library. This time, I really did go to the library, because other times I would say, I'm going to the library, but the library wasn't really open, and but they didn't know that. So I went to the library for real this time, and I come back home, and then I see my sister, my brother, and they're like, we need to talk to you. I was like, oh shit, they found out my lies, like I really wasn't in the library or whatever, but I was this time, so I was like, I wasn't tripping so much, and my sister talked to me, and she's like, we know. And I was like, fuck. And they told me that my mom got a letter from my ex-boyfriend confessing my love. And to this day, I don't know what that letter said, but my mom got it, and she read it. And they looked through my computer and my aim and whatever, and they saw that I guess he left messages and stuff like that, and my brother like searched through my whole computer and like looked at everything that I did and stuff, and they found it that way. So that's how I came out on accident. It wasn't I'm gay, but it was more like oops, shit. Yeah, I'm gay. So we went downstairs and me and my sister talked, and it was the craziest talk I've ever had in my whole life, because I was finally pouring out how I felt, and like I was telling her how I've been feeling and all this stuff, and like it just piled up, and telling her like everything. And I remember her saying along the lines of, you know, we weren't mad that you're gay. We were mad that you lied to us. They weren't mad that I was gay. The only reason why they're mad is because I was lying to them? What? So I felt more stupid because I couldn't trust my family. And granted, society has this thing where, you know, at the time where you need to keep who you are to yourself, because I don't think your family's going to accept you. You hear these stories and stuff, so yeah, you know? So I was grounded, obviously, from the internet and everything else because I lied to them, but not because I was gay. So that was a big relief, but I really cried. I was bawling because I was like, thank you for accepting me, and I know most families wouldn't accept me for who I am, but you guys did, you know? But for my mom, at least, she was in denial. She was definitely in denial. And from then on, it was the things that I had to deal with as far as me coming out. She would tell me, like, you know, that I shouldn't have girlfriends at this time because, you know, I'm dealing with school. She wouldn't say you shouldn't have boyfriends, da da da. She would say it's not time for you to be with a girl, da da da. And saying this in Tagalog is totally different in Ballfield. It sounds different and it means different. So her saying that was just like, dude, like, you're really not accepting me for who I am. And when I got piercings, that's when she was like, she flipped out because she was like, you're being like a girl now, and like she'd say these remarks, and she'd say these remarks when we'd be watching TV, something about AIDS and all that, and she'd be like, oh, you see the gay people, they always have AIDS, you know, you just be careful, you know, all that stuff. She'd say it indirectly, but I knew she was talking to me, you know, like, oh gosh, look at all those gay people, and I'm like hurting inside because it's like, dude, you're talking about me, you're talking about your son, like, what the fuck, you know, like, I had this time where I was just like pissed off at my mom about her feeling that way. And it was just really hard. Now telling out my family and my family knowing about me, I had to deal with my ex-boyfriend's crew. So my ex-boyfriend's crew were, I don't know, a couple of dudes who were straight. Turns out one of them ends up to be gay. You know who you are, Philip. So they decided to gang up on me on my internet, and so they were like gay bashing me, like real talk. Words can really get to a person. Words can kill, like real talk. It killed me to the point where I was depressed and I cut myself. Yeah, these words were on the internet, and they weren't physically like hurting me, but they were internally, emotionally draining me. It just hurt just hearing all this stuff, and I just came out, and I didn't have a resource to go upon and go do. Like, I didn't have any gay friends like that at the time. I was just dealing with this all on my own. And at the time, there weren't many folks who were